So now we have well, I have this thing right. Right, we have Yogi Mamatelashvili, and he's going to talk about shale gas and raise the questions of long-term planning or quick profit.
Hello. So today I'm going to talk about shale gas, which I believe has the potential to really change everything. So what is shale gas? So shale gas is gas found in shale formations approximately 4,000 meters below Earth. Now shale formations are old sea floors. They're found, they're abundant. They're found almost everywhere on Earth. More than 50% of which is in North America and Asia. Okay, so now, but getting this gas, scientists have known for decades that there's gas in shale, but getting this gas was extremely hard and hazardous. But a scientist called George P. Mitchell has invented a way called fracking, hydraulic fracturing, with which they can extract the gas. So now what is fracking? I'm going to talk about that. So hydraulic fracking, now what they do there is they drill a hole into Earth vertically, approximately 4,000 meters below the Earth's surface, and then they start drilling horizontally. Now what that gives us is more surface area to fracture the shale. Now what that is that they first start, after they finish the drilling, they fill the entire space with cement and metal so that there are no holes and no leakages. Then what they do is they put tiny bombs on the horizontal area, and then they detonate them so that there are tiny holes in those tubes where they pump water in. They pump water and chemicals up to 3,000 liters of water and chemicals, and they're under extremely high pressure so that the shale formations get fractured and we can extract the natural gas, which is an extremely powerful fossil fuel which population needs. Now, to reach the shale fractures, they have to go through equators, which is the main source of human drinking water. And this can cause some problems because there have been known facts where the equators has been contaminated with chemical leakages and natural gas. So we could go to the next picture. Okay, so now up top you can see, I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's tap water coming out of a tube and it's set aflame. Now that happens because natural gas has escaped to the equators and has contaminated the water in the United States. Other than that, the chemicals which they pump down below the earth, they then try to pump them out, and approximately 50% of it is stored on the Earth's surface. You can see right there the tiny little thing under the sun. They just put it there before the cars come in to collect it and then remanufacture it. Okay, so now other than that, there are problems like the methane emission, which is an extremely powerful greenhouse gas, and it can cause severe problems with the environmentalists. Other than that, shale gas is a non-renewable resource, which means that there isn't an infinite amount of shale gas found on Earth. Of course, there's a lot of it. You can see the list of countries and how many trillion cubic centimeters feet do they have of shale, but still it's not endless, and it's depletable to like oil. Okay, so other than that, extracting shale is a new thing that only just started, that only became popular in 2008, which makes it very unstable. There have been known accidents like in Texas where the entire pumping tube just exploded and came out of the ground and dabbled into the entire truck to the ground. You can see it is far less damage to the environment because of less CO2 emissions. Second, it's a far more stable source of natural gas than oil or coal. And then it will also help the economy of the countries because of the free jobs it will have, and hundreds of people will have jobs and they can include themselves in the process. Now, I want to talk about how it can change the world. Now, I'm going to bring an example of 1912 America, where in 1912, America was facing a huge problem because they were running out of coal. So they had to start using some other fossil fuels. So they started using crude oil. Now I think a similar thing is going to happen soon because the crude oil, which we use as our main fossil fuel, is going to run out and because it's depleting. So I think a similar thing is going to happen, and it's really going to influence everything because fossil fuels are one of the main aspects of our living habits. Other than that, like I want to talk about the natural gas prices. You can see that in those bottom three lines are United States, Canada, and United Kingdom. Up top there's Japan and UN. So you can see that the price in UN and Japan have increased. In United Kingdom, United States, and Canada, it has increased somewhere around 2008 because of the shale gas, and you can see just how much influence it has and how cheaper it is than the usual old fossil fuel. So next slide, please. Okay, so now we can see that the 2011 annual energy outlook of the United States. You can clearly see just how influential the shale gas is becoming and just how much influence it has on the United States economy and just the country. But I'd like you to pay attention to the fact that the overall usage of gas, of the natural gas, is increasing. Now I want you to think about this. Is that a good thing? Because natural gas and such other fossil fuels cause pollution. And what the scientists are doing here, and the engineers, is that they're practically destroying the inside of the Earth. They're drilling inside the Earth and then they're destroying it, and thus they're polluting the Earth from the inside out. And now that can become a huge issue. And I just want you to think about the fact that even though shale gas is great, I mean, don't misunderstand me. I think shale gas is great. First of all, it's far cheaper than oil. Then it's far more usable, and plus there are far larger abundances of shale compared to oil or coal. But is this the kind of future we want? Now, currently there are several eco-friendly groups fighting against shale gas in UN, and I think we should support that because shale gas, as good as it might be, still, is this the kind of a future that we want, or do we want a more of an eco-friendly future? So thank you very much. I think that's all.